Hey guys, it's Chase here on Gemmy Master Animatronics, and today what I have for you is the Morbid Industries 2007. I guess you could call it a life size. I mean, it's on a table right now, I guess some may consider it a tabletop, some may consider it a life size, but I guess this guy is supposed to resemble a kid. So I would call it life size because he's about the size of a kid. So if that's the case, then this is the Morbid Industries 2007 life size animated hex. This is an item that I got locally about a month ago. I've been wanting to do a review on him, and I just haven't done it yet. I picked him up along with some other items that I do intend to review at some point. Some of them I already have videos done for, some I just haven't done yet, but they'll all kind of get uploaded slowly. And then a lot of the items for the lot were not mine. I was picking them up for, some people, but this one actually is mine. And then a couple other things, which, I really can't wait to review for you guys. So this item, I believe I got for around $100. I think that's a good price for him. If you go on eBay, you can't really find one for less than 100. But also, I know there's like several different models of this. He was made, many different years. There's like a different clothing version of him too. And there's also a lot of Morbid props that have that head-turning feature. I mean, several that were made. I mean, I could not possibly name off, every single one off the top of my head because I think that we're even finding new ones nowadays because, there's a lot of rare Morbid pieces that just we haven't discovered yet, I think. But this one's a pretty common one from what I've seen. Now, I can't promise the model is common. I don't know. This is the 2007 one. And I also don't know if this one's supposed to come with a tag or not. Now, I could easily make a Morbid tag for this character if I wanted to. But at the same time, I don't know if he's supposed to have one because he has the box. Now, I do know that there's some Morbid characters did actually come with a tag, even if they came with the box. But from what I've seen, there is no evidence that this one ever had a tag because I can't find a pin-size hole anywhere on his clothing, which is where they would have stuck the tag. So for now, I'm saying he probably did not come with a tag, and maybe the later models did, but I can't be for sure. I'm sure somebody in the comments can answer that. And if it is supposed to have a tag, then I will certainly make one for him because I would love for this item to be complete because he does have the box. He actually has all the box inserts too, which is very uncommon to see, and his latex is in the utmost perfect shape. This was basically like I got it brand new. I mean, it was only used indoors from what it looks like. It was probably used, one or two times, and that was it. So he has two animations. He's got head turn, and then he's got mouth movement, and they are both perfect. I have not had to work on them whatsoever. And I think the biggest thing that typically fails in this guy is the head turning. It doesn't really stop. What happens is the gears will end up getting stripped. So he'll, his head will move, and it'll stop, and it'll move, and it'll stop, and it'll move, and it'll stop. And he's got pre-programmed head cracking sounds, and it only lasts for so long. So when the gear is stripped, the cracking will basically stop, halfway, and he'll just, keep trying to go until he eventually hits the relay. But I've seen that there's some that are so bad that it takes way too long to where it doesn't even, care if it's registered that it hit the relay or not. It'll just continue the activation and make him laugh, and then at the end it will try to correct itself. So there are some really bad ones out there, but fortunately this one's actually in really good shape, and I haven't had to experience that yet because I would imagine it's such a pain to fix the head. I wouldn't even know where to start with this guy because, I mean, it's all latex, so, you'd have to peel that off, I think. I mean, I know if you're fixing the mouth you would have to, but fortunately for now all the gears seem to be good in it. And I obviously won't be forcing the head to turn or anything, which I guess that's probably what causes this thing to break. Something hindered the movement or whatever, because I can't imagine, it breaking on its own. So the head turning on this is actually very fast. His head finishes turning before the cracking even stops. There's a certain point where the cracking will continue, even if it's hit the relay. Then there's a point where it'll then replay the cracking, and once it hits the relay, it'll immediately stop and then start talking. And then there's a point after all of that where the cracking will just stop, and it'll just keep trying to spin and spin and spin until probably about 5-6 seconds later. So this one actually finishes before any of that, which is awesome. I love it when the head motions are very fast on this, but the motor can get pretty noisy because of how fast the head moves. But I think that's all there is to be said about this. I will try to get an up-close look at it for you guys. I mean, I'm already pretty close to it to begin with because it's a tabletop piece. Or, I mean, I have it on a tabletop, but I will show the box. There's a shipping label on the top, which I don't want to show, but I will show like the sides of it and everything. The tape on it, the purple and green tape, seems to be original. It says, you know, catalog, so it must have come from like the Morbid. Maybe like Morbid had like the website back in the day where you could order stuff off of them directly. I don't know. I just know this was online, so it definitely was not picked up like a party store or anything, which I would imagine that's where these guys were sold, like basically just like, you know, small, you know, Halloween costume shops or something. But yeah, I will go ahead and show you guys an up-close look at the box. Alrighty guys, so here he is up close. I will do my best to go over every possible thing there is to go over with him, because he is a pretty well detailed and he has a good sculpt on him, and the box has some interesting detail on it too, so I will do my best to go over everything I can. So starting with the face, probably the most detailed part of him, you can see it's a very, very nice sculpt. He's got, you know, some gashes, some scarring on him, just great paint detail overall. The sculpt on it's very nicely too, or sorry, very nice, and you can see that the latex is in the utmost perfect shape. Like, it's very squishy. I mean, you know, I can, you know, squish it as much as I can with the fact that the head is filled with foam, so it's, you know, going to be difficult to squeeze it up here. But I mean, you can see like down here, it's, you know, very squishy. The mouth is in good shape. You can move it. There's no cracking or anything. The head, definitely don't move that forcefully. That would not be a good idea because it could break a gear. But I can move it like a little bit, and you can see, you know, it hardly moves at all, which I think maybe means the square shaft is in pretty good shape, like the piece on the head, because I'm assuming that's what it is. So it seems like it's in good shape because, you know, you can hardly move it at all, so it's not really rounded out or anything. And then moving to the clothing, you can see he's got overalls. It's a pretty beat up, you know, shirt, a lot of, you know, stains and stuff on it, and you can really see in some areas, you know, where this was a clay sculpt. Like, I think like right here, like you can see like the lines, like where they would have, like, basically like scraped the clay. Use like a tool right there, and they didn't like smooth it out. There's not too much of that on the head, really. I guess a little bit, but mostly on the clothing you can notice it. On the back, it's actually detailed as well, which is great. I am guessing that there is no hex that looks alike. I mean, they're all going to be, I think, slightly different with the paint, which is always cool. You know, they're all basically special. And then again, the whole clothes, that's all latex too. This is a thicker latex than this, so I would imagine that this would have a harder time dry rotting than the head itself, which is a shame because if the head dry rots, then you're going to have, you know, cracked pieces along the mouth because that moves a lot and just overall not really great. And then the hands, they look very weird. I mean, they don't really look natural at all. But I mean, it still looks nice. It's just very weird. And then down here, there's a bunch of spots right here, which I don't know if that's a part of the mold. I mean, I can't really like rub it off, so I would imagine it is. Maybe not. No, I guess it's not, because I can rub them off. So he might need some cleaning on the base. But other than that, he's in really good shape. And again, it's all latex. On the bottom here, you can see his controls. He's only got an on and off, and then he's got the rest of the just plastic down here. It's just like any other Morbid prop, and a lot of and this base was used on a lot of Morbid pieces, like the face ripping clown and man. I'm sure it's the same on the I don't know what it's called. I think it's called, like, not really. It's the straight jacket guy, the blue straight jacket guy, and he's got like black hair, and he spins his head. He's like, "Oh, I promise I'll be good." That one. You can see he's got batteries right here. There's no place to like plug them in for an adapter, which is kind of a shame. I like adapter props, but yeah, I'm sure he'll last fairly long on batteries because he's only got a few second activation, and there's not too much animation with him, so I'm sure it'll last a while with batteries. And then in the box, you can see it says 2007 right there. I would have had no idea what year this one is, so fortunately the box does say the year on it. There's the lot number. You know, I picked it up locally. It still has that on there. That's not original to the box. You can see it says Morbid Industries here. It's one piece. The box only contains one item. 340. I'm guessing that's just, you know, this is the 340 hex. I don't know. Not 100% sure on that. On the back here is just the box information. And then right here it's the same thing, Morbid Industries, and it's got the item number and everything. On the inside here I will show the box inserts. You want to see, what is the... So this came from the Fright catalog, that's what it says on the top of the label. I guess, well, I mean, okay, that's pretty obvious given the tape. I should have just, you know, read that to begin with, but yeah, this one did come straight from the Fright catalog. You can see, here's the box inserts for him. His neck basically just fits in this. Yeah. Like I said, I wish I had the tag. Maybe, who knows, maybe it's like underneath this or something, I don't know. I've never like taken this out. I am curious now to see if it is in this. Probably not though. Yeah, no tag. But you can see this is where the this is where he was initially tied down to. So if I wanted to, I could take some wire ties probably and, you know, redo that. And then you can see there's some information right here. And I don't know what goes right there. Something's supposed to go right there. I'll figure that out. But yeah, so that's it with the box. So I guess we'll go ahead and get a activation of him. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put batteries in him. I'm not using the freshest of batteries, so his head might not be spinning as fast as I had initially said it was. When I had tested him, I had brand new batteries in him and they were spinning very fast. It still does spin fast, but it's kind of like at a normal pace now, with the batteries being a little bit lower. But it's still, you'll still get a good example of, you know, what a good head turn hex looks like. So he's got a motion sensor, and then he's got, I believe, sound activation. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'll clap, and if he doesn't go off, then I guess it's just motion sensor. Okay. That's all he does. It's just, you know, a common Morbid laugh. I mean, it's probably one of the most just recognizable laughs. I think that, you know, Morbid audios that's out there. And everybody knows Hex. And then the motion sensor should work on him. Maybe. Maybe not. Hang on. There it goes. So yeah, that's basically it with him. I know me talking was a lot more longer than the actual activation itself, but I mean, you know, when it comes down to it, his activation is only about, like, you know, 5-6 seconds long, so it's, you know, it's not too long, but it's still a really cool piece. Just very happy to... I'm talking too loud. What's going on? I'll go ahead. Oh, actually, I won't shut him off because he's just gonna start going off, and then I'll have him off where his head is like backwards. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm very happy with this piece. I love, you know, I mean, of course I like to have this one, but I love that it also, you know, is basically complete. If it's not supposed to have the tag, then it is complete. It's got the box inserts and everything. I wish he took adapter. I think that'd be cool. But unfortunately, this is not one of those pieces that does. And there are some some Morbid pieces that do take adapter, but this is not one of them. Although it could be very easily converted into an adapter prop, and the head might spin a lot faster that way. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if any of you know if it's supposed to have the tag on him or not, please let me know, because I would love to create one for him. I'm familiar with remaking tags, you know, with cardstock and the shiny material. And then if any of you know how common or uncommon this model is, I'd like to know too, because I don't know a lot about Morbid pieces, but I know this is just definitely a desirable one, and I can't imagine it's too common to find with the box nowadays, especially with the box inserts. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys again next time.